know what I'm saying? You wanted to get a motherfucking snap thing. Snap! Like, well, motherfucker, take 1-0 never. We don't know. Yeah, that's why I was having an argument. I was arguing.
And they don't know what we're talking about.
This segment has been brought to you by Draped Imperial Grapes. Keep coming soon, April the 1st, the Black Tie Affair from 4 to 9.
Yo, man, get dressed up. Sale. Bring your folks out, your man, your woman. Get cleaned up, man.
Get draped up Imperial style. And that is on the 1st of the month. Remember, it's $40 at the door. It's $50. It's $50 at the door.
$40 pre-sale.
Yeah.
$50 at the door.
What's the number though? So it's to get in touch with the ticket.
Draped Imperial Grapes. It's the wine kickoff, man. It's gonna be so beautiful.
And it's gonna be a black free buffet.
Black owned buffet food.
And wine will be flowing the entire night.
Wine will be flowing the whole time.
And buy bottles. That's what you're there for. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sample something if you like it.
You know what I'm saying?
Black owned local.
I still have the very first bottle that I ever bought for him. It's at my bar in my house. It's still there.
He should have brought that in tonight, and we could have.
We wasn't drinking that. That's a drink. That's like a Van Gogh.
They also working on a flavor for us for the Raw Whip podcast. We're gonna have a rose flavor coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Raw jizzle.
Rose.
Raw giddy.
Woo! Raw giddy. Would that mean?
Hey, and raw starts with a P. The P is silent.
Let's get on this shit. We ready to rock? Let's do this shit. People chiming in. You know what I'm saying, folks?
Yeah, they fuck with
it. Yeah. Somebody call.
With the line.
What's the phone
614-588 5555. Call, talk to us.
All right.
4 5s. 588 5555.
So last night, Chris Rock got shit slapped out of him by Will Smith. What the fuck? Who does that? Now, myself personally, I'll take some shit, but I ain't gonna take all your shit. And was it real? Was it fake?
That shit was not real.
Shit, yes it was.
That shit was bullshit.
I mean, to me, cause look, Chris Rock, his hand, he had the envelope in his hand, and his hand was still like this, holding the envelope. That made me think like he didn't believe, he didn't put his shit up or something, didn't think that was about to happen. So he has his hand said,
your Chris Rock is too deep.
It's real. It doesn't matter. It's still Chris
This is how you know it was not staged and it's not, you know what I'm saying? First of all, me as a full grown man, you gonna sit, I don't care what the fuck you gonna pay me, you're not gonna destroy, you know what I'm saying, my image and shit. I will get smacked the fuck out of in front of my kids, in front of my wife, and have my kids go to school like, your Paul got smacked the fuck out. You ain't gonna do my babies like that and shit. Not at all. And then you lost control and shit. If you notice the crowd actually thought this is not real because they was laughing when he was like, when he first said, you know what I'm saying, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. You know, the crowd was still kind of laughing. Then when he said it again, it was quiet as fuck. Even the dark skin, I don't know who the fuck that dark skin girl is, but she was looking like, oh my fucking God and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I felt a kind of way until Nicki Minaj said, you just gotta witness it in real time. What happens, you know, in a man's soul when he looks over to the woman that he loves and sees her holding back tears from a little joke at her expense. You know what I'm saying? This is what
fuck Nicki Minaj.
I mean, it's like this right here, like I was telling you earlier. Like, you know what I'm saying, the little motherfucker that got his legs cut off, but he was in the Olympics and shit, and they were like, Tink. If Tink was at the fucking awards and shit, and the motherfucker, when he heard the motherfucker, did Chris Rock talk about Tink? Somebody talking about little Tink said, it was the nigga with the perm and shit. Williams, Cat Williams and shit.
He had a whole
if he was important
20-minute thing on those.
he would have went up there and smacked the fuck out of his ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers done told cancer jokes and all kind of motherfucking shit. If you were nobody, you gotta sit there and take it. But if you was somebody, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Let Vanilla Ice had walked up on it. Then that security would have tackled his motherfucking ass so fast and shit. You a fucking nobody. Yeah, I said John Leguizamo at first and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they would have tackled
Will
his
Smith
ass.
them elite. They almost kind of sort of they mix in
And this is where
Hollywood. They not
that
straight
empathy,
black.
this is where that empathy takes place at. It's because I put myself in Chris Rock's shoes. I'm like, while he's watching Will Smith, because I've seen this before where you cracking on somebody and somebody walks up on stage and then now y'all cracking on each other. You know, Bruce and another fat motherfucker who's straight fat jokes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Him and dude from Tyler Perry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, maybe he thought.
But he was on the mic.
That I thought he was going to grab the mic, you know what I'm saying, and be like, hey, Chris Rock, and tell some Chris Rock jokes and shit. But you didn't expect that motherfucking shit to happen. And then if
He walked away like a pit would.
But then when you look at Chris Rock and he looks over at the side of the stage like help, like ain't nobody gonna do shit, like do
You
something.
really think he looked? I didn't get that he looked at it like help. I get it that he looked at it like really, nigga.
Like do we continue?
Like
the
nigga,
show?
didn't I just have?
Y'all not
just
gonna
had
cut
lunch
this?
nigga or
Y'all not
something
gonna
like
say cut? Y'all didn't say cut or nothing.
It's
Y'all
a live show. You can't cut that shit.
Now to cut that motherfucker. You better cut that. You smack me. Hey, I'm gonna put some shit on Facebook right now of him smacking me. The fuck out of me. I'm gonna do that shit right now.
That'll get motherfuckers
Make sure
viewing
you-
that
make sure you
shit.
Tag us, dog.
But watch how I not do it live.
You gonna get a view of Paul get his shit wired up.
I'm gonna post it right now.
So listen, this is what I think. I think.
Hey, hold on. Time out. He said getting my shit wired up.
You just said you take me.
This nigga ain't CDs. You can't put no wires to this motherfucker. That whole hand will be like this right here. You smack Paul, didn't you? Little ting ting.
Oh shit, my bad, bro.
What happened, Juan?
I'm good. Nah, what I'm saying is that shit was fake as fuck, dog.
I don't know.
Because
Both careers at jeopardy.
Will Smith been everywhere this past week. Every time I do my little social media, this motherfucker up there talking about some shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
I watched. It was a fucking joke. If it was a white dude, he wouldn't have went up there and did that shit.
if he did it to a white motherfucker, all his shit would be over.
You know what I'm saying?
All that shit.
And they
Can
love
I say
it.
something right here? If Kanye West is in the same room with what's the dude's name that Ariana Grande used to fuck with and Kim Kardashian is now fucking
Big Sean?
Pete.
Oh, big Ariana Grande, she done fuck with everybody too.
Will smack the shit out. Kanye West done ran up on a motherfucking stage and said some shit about a white chick, you know what I'm saying, who got her very first, this is my very first album.
Put your hands on one of these motherfuckers.
Hey, he was smacking the shit out of Pete.
At
He will smack the shit out of Pete.
At they little show. They wait fucking all year round to have this little moment and shit. And if the shit is real, man, that's some weak shit.
Kim
Weak
Kardashian's
motherfuckers,
kids
man, for
are
that shit.
overhearing their mom getting fucked by Pete.
No, we ain't talking about that. We back when
Kanye West was smacking shit out of his ass.
Out of
White
Pete.
dude, huh?
Out of Pete, he
was
picked this
smacking shit out of
fight.
Pete.
I think Will Smith picked this fight too, because
That's what I'm
Kanye
saying.
smacked.
Because
Because
motherfucking G.
if it would have been, it would have been somebody more I ain't gonna say prestigious. Chris Rock is prestige, but as far as comedians and shit. But if he'd have had somebody else, he wouldn't have did that to what's the motherfucker's name? Anthony, the nigga from Compton with the gap in his mouth. I always forget his name because the dude from Blackish. You know what I'm saying? Certain motherfuckers he wouldn't have did that
That's a
to.
weak motherfucker too.
But at the same time, I don't think he would have did that. I think he did that.
Man, that shit's
Or
fake.
even if it's fake, what do they have to offer from it? What do you have to gain?
He got so much to
from it?
lose.
Because just like
Chris don't have nothing to
Will
gain
Smith
from
is
that.
now out of his whole character.
And Will
So-
exactly.
That's like Martin Luther King saying, "Fuck you niggas." You know what I'm saying? That's like out of character.
Yeah.
the wars going on right now. It's 100 other fucking things. You understand? And this has shifted, especially black folks' attention away from all this shit. You
Black
know
folks
what
don't
I'm
give a fuck
saying?
about the war. That's entertainment to us.
Thank you to your Anthony.
Yeah.
And
This
He ain't his last name.
This shit put all the focus on these two motherfuckers and the I don't even know what fucking award show it was. What was
The
that?
Oscars, bro.
The Oscars.
The biggest vote. That's bigger than the Academy
But
Awards.
I never watched that shit.
Remember I say
If you get movie, you get
when I
movie
say
money.
empathy, I put myself in Chris Rock's shoes, and then I had to put myself in Will Smith's shoes. She been dealing with this since 2018. That means I live with this bitch. I watched her cry.
But he was laughing.
No, hold on.
He was fucking laughing.
Yeah, but sometimes you just do that just because the cameras is on and shit. And then when you look and see that my wife is over there and she's unable to do that fake laugh because you cut that deep. Because I've been dealing with this since 2018.
Well, you don't switch your shit
you
up
know
like
it.
that.
You know it. And I had said,
this is what we do.
Go ahead.
imagine if that was your daughter and she
Listen,
said
this is
tears
what
of
we
this.
do.
This right here.
After everything's said and done, I'm going backstage. I'm gonna say, motherfucker, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, or I'm gonna fuck you up. You don't fucking. That's bullshit. That was especially.
But you know what the funny thing about? I'm gonna tell you
circumstances.
even this.
They
It
had
could
this
go this.
before.
It could go this even deep because he did have some shit he said about her on 2016. But that was because I think when you put your business out there. You can't be mad about shit. So if he come in and he make a joke, this is what I was thinking earlier. I was like, if he make a joke about some shit that's on E or Entertainment Tonight or fucking I can pull it up on any fucking social media spot. I think you need to. That comes with the fucking territory.
Absolutely.
But if it's some shit like that he learned about that went on in their home or on a fucking. Like some shit they did privately. If they was on a trip, some shit. If they was on a trip somewhere,
fucking joke and play.
If they was on a, but if it's you giving that shit up publicly, anything is happening. Though people take the route of it not being something to laugh about.
But society.
But people make jokes, and comedians that's their job. And then even bigger than that. He might not even wrote that dialogue. Somebody else probably wrote the shit, and he just got to do the shit that came. He might have his hands in whatever he wants and say, no, I wouldn't say that. That ain't funny. That ain't funny, or something like that. But at the same time,
he could have said, hey, I know her, and I know her personally. She's been doing this since 2008. That'll be a little bit touchy for her. So I don't.
But that's why he didn't think that. Why he was like, it's a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah, but
because the G.I. Jane bitches got shit.
What was the joke about when, you know what I'm saying, when they was boycotting, a lot of black people were boycotting the Oscars because we wasn't winning shit.
Now niggas is winning.
So while he's boycotting, Chris Rock, you're there at the awards. You know what I'm saying? While everybody else is boycotting, you didn't do it because you took the money and shit. And then now you want to sit there and dog Jada Pinkett and shit and say she's boycotting. But guess what? You wasn't even invited. Like you're not getting an award for nothing, Jada. So what you boycotting for? Ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that was built up. You know what I'm saying? And
she was only boycotting because they kept putting their money and shit behind Will and he wasn't winning. That's the only reason they was boycotting because that nigga done did Ali. That nigga done did fucking that's the movie. What's the Me, Myself, and I? With the dog.
Even when the
shit with Jalen,
Pursuit of Happiness should have gotten one. That's their
Pursuit of Happiness should have got one.
Boycott was about. It's like look at all these great films and you give it up to this motherfucker right here.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the boycott was for. Y'all overlooked.
Not for Wu though. Who? You know, or not for Shane. No, not for Wu or Shane. But Pursuit of Happiness. It was worth that. Pursuit had made me cry almost because I don't be crying and shit.
You know, niggas sleeping when his foot start to shake and his shit. He like,
I get a little teary-eyed every time I watch Color Purple and she's watching and she's marching down that little strip from the book from the Jew joint and she like, God is trying to tell me. Oh, I love this acoustic. Let me start all over. God is trying to tell me something right now, God. And then she see. God do love sinners, and it'd be like this little.
That same one tear that made
you got that sinner, yeah. You got that sinner like God do love you, Paul. Yeah. God do love you.
Well, that's what the fucking tear Will Smith would have had if he went home that night and they defend this woman. Tiffany Haddish said she feel like shit. If she don't, Tiffany Haddish said if she don't pleasure him when he get home, she don't take care of him when he get home.
That's bullshit. So this is another level to the shit. Check this out. So the little shit happened with Jada and the entanglement and shit,
Right.
Will feel like
I would be embarrassed by that
listen,
bitch.
he was embarrassed. He feeling a little soft. So now he feel like he got to step up. Like what? I don't know what the fuck going on. Only thing I know is that shit was fucking bullshit.
He's in love with her. She loves Will, but he is in love with her. So when she hurt, he hurts too. You know what I'm saying? So
no, that's bullshit.
Nah, it ain't.
If you with your chick and a dude ain't put his hands on her, he crack a little joke on your chick. Okay, she a little embarrassed, but that's what I'm saying. What the fuck you do is you pull that motherfucker to the side.
But the whole
like,
thing,
man, don't keep fucking doing this.
Like
shit.
I wanted to say, the whole
What's
thing.
up, P-Love,
society controls. We control this because, like I was saying, when Roseanne Barr said the joke about the politician that she looked like a character off the Planet of the Apes, I thought, ooh, that was racist. Till I found, let me see who she's talking about, and she really did look like a character. That was funny to me.
You know what she really looked like? That Michael Jackson when he got old.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's what she looked like, so it was funny, so that you're a comedian. But no, you got murdered you got killed on your own show, they write you out and all that shit like that. Like that, it was just a joke. You know what I'm saying? But you're allowed to talk about a dude whose legs got cut off, you know, tink tink. You know, you're allowed to do that. Just, we laughed at it.
So if Tink Tink, if he would have been there and it happened, it was Tink Tink. Would it have been like on the movie with the Gentleman's movie, the Secret Gentleman Society, when the Chinese girl had the legs with the knife? Her shit was like nice, but they really
laughed at Forrest Gump with Run.
But they made the shit out of. They made the shit that like on the movie. Like Tink Tink's legs though. The girl was walking around on knives and shit.
But this is my thing, like, you know, the bubble, why this happened to me? Because you got shot. If that was hilarious to us, you know, it's okay to laugh at that. But then if somebody else says it about somebody else, you know what I'm saying, that's slow like that, then it's shame on you. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
right. If the shit is real,
society controls it.
Will Smith better not get a fucking pass. They better go in on this motherfucker. They better shame this motherfucker to death.
He's shaming himself.
Otherwise,
he already
you know what I'm saying?
Keontae, call in and tell us what you think.
That little crying shit, you know what I'm saying, that he was doing.
He was doing so great with the Will Smith shit, you know what I'm saying? And he's doing so much shit. Then all of a sudden this happens. He don't know what tomorrow gonna look like. They could boycott his show. They could do this right.
Will Smith?
Yeah, Will Smith. There's so much shit that can happen to him, you know, because a lot of people and a lot of celebrities, they're on Chris Rock's side. You know what I'm saying? So if they
this is what I'm gonna say. Ain't a motherfucking. I was explaining this shit to my chick earlier. The worst thing you can do to another man is smack a man. That's like I don't respect you as a man. I ain't gonna knock you out. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, ball up my fist. You a bitch to me. I'm gonna smack you. And the code say you ain't just gonna walk up and smack no man unless that man is worthy of a fucking smack. And a motherfucker can't smack me. I don't give a fuck where I'm at, who it is. I don't care how big, small. Motherfucker ain't gonna smack me. We gotta fight to the fucking death. And I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying. Like he walked up to this man.
Because
like I don't fucking bitch.
I don't see a man taking the smack.
You gotta do something.
Like, okay.
Jump on that motherfucker's back, bite his fucking ear.
I don't kick his fucking ass.
You fucking gotta do something. I don't care if you can't beat this motherfucker. You can't let a motherfucker just come up and
anybody got something to say? I got something to say. Call in and tell us.
That's why I think that shit ain't real.
588-5555. If you feel a certain way, holler at us. We'll let you say something.
Especially the ladies, because this is a male dominated
588-5555
show. You know what I'm saying? We need some.
If everybody is in support of Will, that means he's getting 100% back of all America. Then this happens. Now it's a split. That means people are not supporting Will now because they're supporting Chris Rock. They're like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That was childish and shit like that. The memes that they putting out about Will Smith are just fucking retarded and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it's cool because you watched another nigga smack another motherfucking nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? Will look dominant and all that shit right there.
He did.
But Chris Rock had to suck that shit up because he would like to host the award next season. You know what I'm saying? So if he turned up,
I'm gonna bite that motherfucker's vein out his goddamn neck. He gonna bleed to death right there on the fucking spot.
If he slapped me, man, we'd be fighting now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it ain't real.
I'm gonna tell y'all that the fight probably wouldn't last long because of Kung Fu.
You going back to Kung Fu right now?
I'm always on Kung Fu.
Right now.
Chris Rock don't know Kung Fu, so he's gonna.
That's why he got slapped. But Will Smith,
He didn't see it coming.
That's why he got slapped. Because if he didn't knew Kung Fu, he wouldn't even be going through that.
Well, watch this right here. If it was Day, you know, what's Day's real name? I forget.
Mike Epps?
Mike Epps.
He wouldn't have did it to Mike Epps.
Mike Epps got hands.
But he wouldn't have did it to Mike Epps.
Mike Epps is always in the gym and shit. When I was talking about he's like a Boy Jones and shit, dodging and shit.
But I'm gonna tell you this though.
He would have hit back.
I'm gonna tell you this.
He got less to lose.
Hold on though. Hold on. When them niggas that be in the gym training, like exercise to fight, them ain't real good fighters for real. Because they ain't start doing that shit till they went to the gym. Now, if you was good before you start going to the gym, like you got some wins before that, then that's different. But if you ain't get, like how they got that Rick Ross podcast and they show him, then the motherfucker like, all right,
Well, Mike Epps
that's not a good fighter. He just getting exercise.
Mike Epps is 50. Mike Epps, what you see on there is above what is 50.
No, I'm just saying, but that's in the
He's not
gym
a boxer
training. But if he fighting with a nigga,
fuck a nigga up on the street, he's just advanced. If he got
that's why he in the gym.
And he hyper, and he is a hyper.
He in the gym doing it, but you know some of them niggas ain't. You know your natural abilities will exceed you learning that shit all of a sudden because you got the money to go to a
skill set
gym. Nigga.
Like if you can cook before you can go learn a couple recipes.
Right.
You just got that taste, that flavor and shit. Okay, yeah. Man, I hate all that shit, man.
But I'm mad at that. I ain't mad at it.
I don't respect Will. If that shit is real, but I think it's fake.
He don't respect himself for that.
Shit.
You know, he wishes if he can go back in time, he would have just sucked it up and held his
wife
and just held his wife.
It ain't like he
it's
smacked
something you can't control. Like there's stuff.
Mike Tyson.
There's stuff that you have.
You a fucking G. You smack Mike Tyson and walk away.
I'm not even gonna let
It's
Mike
not
Tyson
about
slap
that.
the shit out of me and that just did.
No, I'm saying like if Will went up and smacked, Mike made a joke, he ain't fucking like it. Certain motherfuckers, Wesley Snipes. Anybody, if it was a white motherfucker, he definitely wouldn't have did that shit. But he feel a certain kind of way.
So if you at a Walmart and a little bony ass white boy comes to you like, you know what, you're a fucking nigger and your daughter's a fucking nigger too. You know you can't hold that shit in. You probably will because
I'm gonna let him live.
It's sometimes people.
But if a motherfucker come up on me and smack me, especially in front of my fucking kids or my chick, like you gonna die right here. Somebody gotta die right
have
now.
more to live for. I got bills and I got high bills. I need to keep jobs like this so I can pay my bills. If I strike back up against it, I may not be able to host this
motherfucker. Dead wrong. If this motherfucker walk up on you and smack you,
did you not watch Kevin Hart lose millions and shit over that? Over this thing where he said about the dollhouse. No, the dollhouse. He said, my son was gay. I smashed his head up. I smashed the dollhouse. No, they shut him the fuck down. They told him that it cost him money. That's why he said it for here. Folks, it was a joke. Why would I buy my son a fucking dollhouse?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
If you say a joke, and the come up on you and smack you,
but
you got the right to kill that motherfucker. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I'm gonna try my fucking best.
What it is when it comes to niggas like that, that's the difference between like when we were speaking about Kevin Hart and Chris Rock. Kevin Hart is creating white people status. Chris Rock already has it, but at the same time, with him doing what you said with that, the nigga like he's a nigga that's getting money that's afraid of losing what he has because before that he didn't have shit. So niggas don't want to go backwards. No man want to go backwards to the original way. If you was a broke motherfucker or something like that.
Listen, principle says certain shit ain't gonna fucking happen.
But them two niggas ain't gonna lose shit.
There's a lot of things you've done. There's a lot of things you've done in your life out of impulse, and you didn't think it through. You just did it out of impulse, and then later on, you're like, I wish I would have did that. I didn't have to do that right there.
Listen,
everybody has those moments.
I'm with that, and I apologize.
But I don't think he did that on impulse. He did it. I think he did it because it's like.
Because the shit with old dude, the little youngster, and
it probably was a build-up, but if a bitch looked at you, and a bitch will get you killed,
you feel like Chris Rock, right? And you was talking about that with Will Smith, like, I don't curse. I don't do, like, you've always been the good guy all through rap.
When he looking like a pussy, motherfuckers You know what I'm saying? So he trying to
care about that. He talked
about
that. He said, I went through.
But why he do this shit then? If you don't care about that shit.
No, because he
care about that shit.
When hardcore rap was in, remember he did Summertime. I didn't turn to a gangster rapper.
Summertime
I didn't
was a
cut
song.
Yeah, but gangster rap was in, and he still survived through gangster rap and shit by still being himself.
The movies helped his music.
And even in his movies and shit, he didn't turn into the thug and shit because that's what was popular. You still the good dude and shit, and I would rather not cuss, and I would save a goddamn cat out of a fucking tree and shit. You know, so this is your image even today. That's Will Smith. Jada Pinkett, what the fuck you did?
Keep my wife's fucking name out. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I would assume Jada Pinkett would fuck a nigga or some shit, but you wouldn't assume that Will Smith is out there.
You know what I think the next relationship is anyway though? I think it's not enough 50-50. It seemed like it's like 70-30.
Because he's in love with her. She's not.
He cares more about her than she care about him. And it's like, it's cheaper to keep him. It's cheaper to keep him at this point because it's only been out about infidelity. Though they probably,
but though they divorced her, she would have been paying him alimony.
That's what I'm saying. It's cheaper to keep him.
And
he more than her. She get money. She's getting money. I'm sure they got businesses and all that and different things and you know shit like that because money is all kinds of money we don't know about. We don't know about none of this shit. We just know that they celebrities. So a motherfucker that make $1 million a movie to a motherfucker that make $10 million a movie, that shit is out my pay radius at this moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I would never know. We can be they're gonna be dressed in the same places.
I'm thinking
like conclusion.
I'm thinking like this right here, like maybe like 4 days ago, I just watched my wife. You know, I got a deeper patch right here. I gotta cut my hair. I just watched her break down into tears. This is 4 fucking days ago and shit. You know what I'm saying? We get to see because she's been talking about this to the public, you know what I'm saying? But to actually beat her and that's somebody that you love, you gotta see them in the mirror in the bathroom and they're crying and, baby, are you all right now? And all of a sudden that happens to you. So it's like it's something I cannot hold in.
So now you gonna smack the motherfucker, Paul?
So
or are you gonna
it's just right here.
It's like don't
you see that he laugh right here. Like you see that, like that's right here. That's why I say like if you were my daughter, you my daughter right here, and somebody said a joke about you and I laugh, and then I look over and I see destruction and sadness in your face. What you look like right now, that's what made you. It ain't no different than if your son. You know, I know parents that do this. When your kid get beat up at school, you want to go to school and beat the fuck out of the parent. You want to beat the fuck out of the kid. That's not your character. But you want to your kid. You watching your kid fight.
Was he laughing at Chris Rock?
You know when you watching your kid fight, your kid losing. You want to jump in and beat the fuck out of that other little kid.
Get your ass up and get on top of his ass.
And some parents can't control that, and they really will snatch another little girl up and shit. Like, what the fuck did you just do? Like, you couldn't hold that shit in. He couldn't hold that shit in because I just watched my wife 3 days ago break down into nothing.
But that bitch been bald-headed since the beginning.
You don't know because
since
you're not.
matter.
That's what the empathy is. If you switch places, then you like.
Under these circumstances, you pull that man to the side.
You can say that if he's bragging about it, but immediately he's like, I regret what the fuck I just did.
No.
He wish he could go. Guess what? He wish he could go back in time and erase what the fuck he did. That was an impulse thing that you lost control. That's what it's called, lost control. No, I didn't make that word up. It already. So that means somebody else has been losing control. You know what I'm saying? That's something that he wishes he can take back. Now, if he was sitting there like, yeah, I smacked the fuck out of Chris Rock, then you can say what you're saying right now. Like, come on now, that's some weak ass shit. But no, you instantaneously knew that you did the wrong fucking thing. Off the rip, you did the wrong thing.
Oh, that shit is bullshit, Paul. I'm telling you flat out. No man can ever smack another fucking man with no fucking consequences. I don't care. You lose your shit if you want to.
How many times have people done lesser shit than that and would kind of spin the motherfucker's face? When some shit is hurtful to you and you do that and you can spin in the motherfucker and the motherfucker can knock you out. A motherfucker can knock you out and stomp you to death and shit. That was your consequence, but it was something that in you that was touched so bad that you had to do something because somebody done offended you. That's fucking bad.
It's a rap. But
whether you did something to go to jail or whatever the fuck, you didn't have to do that.
A slap
did something like that.
A slap is like that's some old school shit.
That's why
you're getting
fucking.
You know what I mean?
As soon as you said that popped up. That's
Look, in our generation
Oh,
did
fucking
this.
hilarious.
Nobody, the 70s didn't do this. It was us that did it. If a motherfucker stepped on your shoes and they were new, and you had to race, you gonna beat the fuck out of. Is that necessary? That wasn't necessary. But at that time, you was offended. You couldn't hold that shit in, and you did it. So you can't shame somebody for doing something that you did too. Hey, this is being sponsored by Imperial Grapes. Explain that to me.
Imperial grapes.
Drake Imperial.
Drake Imperial grapes.
That's why I don't
Black
do this.
Tie Affair coming up April the 1st from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Plenty of wine going around in the air. We will have also a buffet meal. Also, you know, the buffet is popping. We got a DJ. It's gonna be all black tie, black owned,
Get fresh.
black
get clean.
family.
Come
all
out,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Bring your
Come
folks
check us
out.
May the 1st.
May the 1st.
Paul
It's May the
Clark
1st.
is-
It ain't April the 1st?
No, it's May the 1st right
Oh,
here.
I apologize. So I
Is it
gave
May?
false
Yeah,
information.
it's May the 1st. So
Are
we
you
got
sure?
a whole
So it's
extra
May the
month.
1st. We got tickets, all that.
Okay,
If
so
you
the tickets
call
$40,
into the line, if you
50
call
at the
next
door.
week, you may get a chance to win free tickets if you call in too.
Call in. Call in right now. Let me hook you
Get
up.
free tickets. If you call in and register with us, you may be in the raffle that we'll do on the air or on the show live. When we
Call
go
in right now
live,
and get you tickets.
and you can get free tickets.
And if you choose to wear tennis shoes, wear a blazer with it. You know what I'm saying? You wear a blazer with it, wear a
That
tie
pair
with it.
of A1s don't look bad with a blazer.
Yeah, I've done it.
Done myself. I see you though.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah, I'll
I
mix it up.
see you over there.
Y'all not
boy.
gonna put me in no coffin and shit. I got 2 daughters that help me dress that.
I see you
wouldn't
over
put
there,
that with
nigga.
that right there.
I like it. Where you was at? Where you go hang out at?
I went to the platform lounge. I was telling y'all, you know what I'm saying, about the, you know what I'm saying, the it's the same thing almost like this right here, you know what I'm saying, the black tie affair and shit, you
Oh,
have to
right.
wear a suit or tie and shit, you know, I posted that on Facebook. But then after that, I went to the DNS, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of us went there from there, you know what I'm saying, so we still zooted and booted and all that right there.
I seen you over there. I'm like, where the fuck Paul Clark at? Ain't no, you know, but nigga was
Acting 30
On his
with
grown
his childish ass,
Oh, I just got finished calling you grown folks and
He
shit.
just fucked it all up.
ordering drinks from people because I know you.
So here we go. I gotta taste some greens. I want
I-
something different. I
I
mean,
mean-
some chicken from Off Family's Kitchen where ain't no ingredients missing.
Listen,
Listen,
I want cornbread. I fucked it up.
I want a brisket.
Brisk.
I
I
want
want cornbread
cornbread.
distant.
This
Pick up the phone, come get
Come
this.
get this.
They got the biggest sandwiches.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jesus, is that macaroni and cheese?
Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Is that macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
our famous
There
kitchen.
you go. Switch.
Holler at us.
And I'm
We
ordering
got
some
We
to the
got
shop tomorrow. The meatloaf with the chicken and everything that
You
goes.
got it. 614-556-2174.
I'm a fat nigga in a bony nigga body.
Thursday through Sunday.
Holler back.
But maybe through the week, all you gotta do is holler and see what's popping.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Hey, yo, somebody hit this up, man. 588-614-588-5555.